And we're live.
And we're live with Chubby Boy Magic.
Are you going to just not...
Was that good? I don't know what I was supposed to
Say.
So...
Why is it so loud and tinny?
Sorry. You're on air horn or...
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, well, it's not too far off of what we just did Saturday, where we went and watched Tool in concert, where Maynard did that
and
a lot.
he was using an air horn.
It's really interesting to watch that, where he has an air horn, and like that's the solution to what the sound he wants on a.
I mean, sometimes you need an air horn.
He's done it on like every show I've seen him at, like Pussifer and Tool and all that shit. I was just like, air horn's the solution? Okay. I mean, I'm not the musician. Did you enjoy Elder and Tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Elder was okay.
Fuck you. I love Elder so much. I saw him in a small room.
They were good. They were good. I like Tool. I like I mean, that show was really, that was
really
amazing.
Good.
Really good. I wish, I'm like every other Tool fan that was screaming out all their old stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wish they would have played more old stuff instead of their new stuff.
Oh, shit.
But,
yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
it is what it is. But the light show was
oh my God.
phenomenal. I'm glad I did not have epilepsy, because that would have been a little.
That would have sucked so
That would
bad.
have sucked. That would have sucked
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, because I've been to a couple laser light shows,
Yeah.
and that was the most impressive, because I think I probably spent 15
The
minutes just staring up. I was like,
Yeah. The best part of the show was when your TISM started showing up and they dropped the confetti, and I could see you eyeing it as it would almost get to you, and you're like, yeah, let me reach. I'm gonna, and it would turn the other way, and because at first I was like, I saw you looking at it, and I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna do it, and because there's like the guy in front of you grabbed one. And I could tell
the fucking giant.
The giant.
It was
yeah.
like Hanson was in front of me last
Dude,
night.
he was like, try sitting behind that.
oh yeah,
And
yeah, you
I'm
Short
like,
King Gilly would
yeah.
have been like, I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker.
Everybody's ankles look so nice.
Yeah.
He can't help it. He's 4'11".
I mean, he's trying his best legally and with height.
He's got a lot of Guatemalan in his family somewhere.
I mean, his hands are always wet from being in a dish pit, but
It's
whatever.
true.
So yeah, no, I was trying to grab that confetti for a little bit. Did you see I finally got a piece?
Did the one you picked up off the floor?
Fuck you.
When I kicked you in the balls.
Did you kick me in the balls? I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then you tried to like punch me in the dick, and luckily I moved it just. Thank God, because you're fucking. I can't. The R word, strength.
Yeah, dude, it's impressive.
And luckily you hit me in the leg, which still hurt, but it did not hurt as bad as if you would have hit me in the dick.
It is.
I didn't mean to get you that hard in the balls because you were bending over, and I was like, let me do that. But I think my foot got both of them.
Yeah.
It was like.
I forgot about that until you brought it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, you did.
Because you were like.
Yeah, I got lifted. I got asked about that. Like Evans, her buddy that was with us, he was like, how are your nuts feeling? I was like, what? Because I just forgot about that part of it. You get kicked in the balls enough, you just really don't think about it anymore. So yeah, no, it's a good show. It was funny. The guys that paid a bunch of money for the VIP experience talking about like they didn't hang out with anybody and all that stuff. And I was like, God, that's really expensive.
Yeah.
You get fucked over on that. But
They got a cool piece of luggage.
Yeah. I don't know how well it will last.
That you can pick up at your nearest Goodwill.
Yeah,
in the coming weeks.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, because everyone's like, what the fuck do I need a duffel bag for? So yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was a good weekend. We hung out.
That was a good time.
We rode
yeah.
the gravel.
Elder was good. They're no yob, but
I mean, I'm wearing Paul Bear's shirt right now, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They're no yob though. They're not as loud. Can you imagine?
But they do, like, it's just like they get it. They get into it. They get it, and it's like, I think he sang a total of 20 words in his 4 or 5 songs that they played.
They played 3 songs: Sanctuary, Sanctuary. It's something in German, and then Helicon. And like I thought Helicon was the one that they were working on that was new. That's like an album I hadn't listened to by them. They're that psychedelic like doom metal.
Yeah.
Where like every song's like at least fucking 15 minutes, which I love. But,
Yeah.
Yes,
I know.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I am the king of long ass songs. But, yeah. When I send stuff on Spotify, like when it's like a 3-minute song, I'm like, that's barely a song anymore. Like all the time, I'm like, oh, that's already over. So, yeah, it was a good show. And we did the Gravel Growler.
Yeah, that was fun. Actually, we lucked out on that one.
Oh fuck yeah, we did.
Because we were like, I thought we did not really put in the effort at the beginning for training, and it was like, I'm not doing 45 miles, so we'll do 30.
Yeah.
And it rained all the night before.
Yeah.
And the parts we did not really get muddy because when we finished and we're relatively clean.
Yeah, the not Paul Blair, Don't Call Me Shirley. It's still really dirty and it's in the living room. And I'm like, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, but it's not like when we were leaving, the people coming in, they were like, looked like they did like a mutter race and like rolled in it. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I've done several mud runs back in the day, and it is not pleasant getting all that shit off of you. And then, so when they were rolling in, I was like, oh man, I do not miss those fucking days. Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta actually start like really doing some training because Rule of Three is going to kick
I know
our asses.
Yeah, it's not
yours especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be
coming up in May, right?
May, the end of May.
So we're gonna have the Mid-South.
Yeah.
Well, so we have Mid-South
in March, end of March.
Yep, and then we'll be getting ready for Rule 3.
Yep.
But then we also have all these other fucking side quests, motorcycle shit. So we have Texas T-bars, or not Texas T. Sorry, fucking not Texas T-bar. Hold on. Now you can say it. Side quest. So Spanky is on. Spanky's on the part of the board.
You don't know what to do without your buttons.
I know. Well, it's way the fuck over there anyway. So like I got like, hold on, let me call my area code first and reach the buttons. Sorry to the listeners that love the buttons. They'll be back next week whenever I'm on the other side of the room. We've got OKC Club Styles, Tulsa Trip.
Yep.
Debauchery with at the Hardcock, and then we've got
Tatanka.
Yeah. What is? Well, okay, wait. What is that? Is it a buffalo?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I tried to Google it and I spelled it wrong. I was like, I don't think that's what that meant.
Yeah, it's what Dances Wolves when they were like, oh, Tatanka. It's a buffalo.
I don't really.
Don't you remember when Donnie was dancing around like like Kevin Costner with the Shout out to Donnie.
Shout out to Donnie.
You got the moves.
Yeah, he's got the moves and the grooves, man. He's over at the barbershop kicking it fucking real time. So, yeah, we got that. Then we got Oklahomies. And then we got the Fast Life camp out. I mean, like, I think Fast Life comes...
Fast Life is first and then Oklahomies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Up at Caw Lake.
Cacao! Going to the Ponca cities.
Yep.
But
that'll
anyway.
be a chopper fest up there.
I cannot wait. I am so fucking pissed off that Trey down in Dallas did not allow me to win the fucking chopper for that. I was like, God damn it.
I mean, I'm sure if he would have,
yeah, I'm sure he was trying to
slip some more cash in there.
Yeah, about $7,500. It would have been mine.
Yeah, because he ended up with what, $7,500?
Yeah, he was listing at 75 and he went down to 65, and I just was like, man, I got a bunch of shit I got to pay off. So.
And then he's like, I'll have a raffle. And everybody's like, oh my God, let me pay you $7,500.
Yeah. I mean, it worked.
It worked.
And I was like, my stingy ass was like, I'm only going to buy one spot. And like the morning I was like, I should buy another spot. Nah, I'll be all right. I wouldn't have won anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like we got a bunch of shit going on. We need to get ready for Rule 3.
You wouldn't have liked the chopper anyway.
I know. I probably would have hated it.
Yeah.
I probably would have just, no front brake.
Yeah.
In a tank.
Yeah.
King and queen seat, cool airbrushing on the
You
tank.
need to get you a nice, like,
Pair
2002 883
No.
sporty.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want
You
no.
just look like a monkey humping a football riding on that thing.
Did you ever see me on my no shit? Like, did you ever see me on my 300? I got
Yes, I saw you get blown across the road on your 300.
No, that was on the FJ when that happened. No, I did the.
I thought that was on the 300.
I mean, during the what was it? The candy ass.
No, it was the Ride to Remember. You were on the 300.
Oh yeah, and
I
I did get blown across
Yeah,
the
because
road.
we were going down the highway and it was like 15-mile-an-hour winds, and you were fighting for your life up there.
Yeah, I was like, God fucking damn it! Thank you, Kevin, for making me ride this motherfucker. I'm doing it on my 300 scooter. Well, yeah, that's because that's what you got.
You had it redlined at like 57 miles an hour.
And then it's just fucking like it's over there like, Papa, please stop. I'm like, no brakes on this train. I love it. When I sold that bike to that guy, he's a little small guy, and he kept going like, oh, this is the only bike I'm ever going to want. I was like, I said the same thing. I love this bike. It's really beautiful. In about 6 months, you're going to want another bike. It's not really heavy enough for the winds here, blah, blah, blah. And then so fucking 6 months later, it's on Facebook Marketplace for more than what I sold it to him for.
Nice.
Which I sold it to him for more than what I paid it for it.
Right,
Like by
right,
a lot.
right,
I bought
right.
that thing new. So like, I was like, what? No, I'd like to seriously consider either a road glide or a street glide, but I think a road glide would be better for me, but I'm not for sure yet.
Yeah.
Do you hear that pop? That like
That.
Yeah. What is that? Is it you? What are you doing over there?
I will pull my hands on it.
That pop was like, I kept hearing it, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, sorry.
Fidgeting.
Yeah. What's up? Why are you getting so
It's-
fidgety? Why are you so
I'm
fidgety?
not. It's keys. It's that.
Oh, that's what you're doing. He's switchblading his goddamn key. Thank
I
you.
will set them
I
there
didn't
so
even.
I don't play with
What
them.
do you carry a tape measure with you all the time just to measure your cock to see if it's getting smaller?
You never know when you're gonna have a dick measuring contest.
Well, this is true. I thought we are gonna have one last night.
Or a sock check. So
yeah,
gotta,
or
you
a
know,
coat check.
you know,
What's
gotta
up,
check.
Otto?
Gotta check the socks.
I can't do the whistle the right way.
Yeah.
I'm like. Sounds like I'm.
You just spit on the microphone.
This is the guest microphone typically, so I hope they all really love it. I just licked the phone. I'm like, oh, Blake was on this last. Burrito.
Yeah, no telling what you got.
Oh, fucking chlamydia. So you want to get into LA before do you remember?
Love LA.
That
was so much fun. Yes.
Yeah.
We never really talked about it.
No, we did not. We did.
Yeah, we did.
But we recorded it as a lost episode because we were just trying to figure out how the fuck this thing works, and it's not a very good episode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it again.
LA was good times. That was my 50th birthday.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, you had 2 birthday parties that year, last year, because we did the KU trail for your birthday.
I mean,
That was why I was doing it, because you said this is my birthday party, and I was like,
I
okay.
think I just said that to get you to go so
Fucker.
you couldn't back out.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
And then, which was good. It worked. Gary was like, glow snakes. And then,
LA was more the birthday present.
yeah, I would say that's accurate. I don't know if the mic picked up my stomach. But,
Was that yours or mine?
oh, dude, we're getting food after this. Yeah, so I really, I'm good on not never going back. I'm good on what
I
want to
go back.
You want to go back
Oh,
again?
fuck yeah.
Okay, well,
That
we'll go
was
back
so much.
then.
That was so much fun.
Santa Monica's really the shit.
I mean, when we landed, and like I've been to LA, so I've flown through LA
yeah,
numerous times. So I've been to LA,
yeah.
been to LAX, and I've never like gone out of the airport.
yeah, that was the thing
so it's
with
like
me for
I've
the longest time.
seen it, but I'm like, man, I need to go to LA. And so this was my first time actually like
Feels
foraying
like the first time
into LA.
Yeah,
And it did not disappoint. Like
No.
when we were taking the Uber to the Airbnb and we get off the highway and I look out my window and there's a guy hitting his crack pipe
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
And I'm like,
You looked over, and I
yes.
was like, "Welcome to LA."
I know. And I'm like, yes.
"Yeah,
And then we go up and we're like on Sunset Boulevard on that tour bus that we hopped on like an old married couple. And
it was a perfect getaway date for us.
Dude.
It really was."
So we're on Sunset Boulevard. We're right by Chateau Marmont, where everybody's
Yeah,
died or
yeah.
OD'd or
Isn't that where Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. There you go.
Morrison.
Morrison. Did he die there?
I don't know if he died there. I can't remember. That's
It's a beautiful hotel.
before my day. But
Barely. It's like 2
barely.
days before.
But didn't Belushi
I think
go there?
John. Well, yeah, they all went there.
Well, I mean, but didn't he?
I think he went
go to, wherever he's at.
Yeah, it's ascending the stairway to heaven.
I don't know. I
don't know.
he may have taken the stairway to heaven, but I think he took the express elevator
to hell.
To hell.
If you're religious, he probably wasn't great.
Yeah.
So
it's a party down there. It's good
yeah.
times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so we're on the tour bus and we're coming up on on Sunset Boulevard, and the homeless dude taking a shit on the sidewalk. And I made eye contact with him, and he just like looks and he's like, "Welcome," or no, he said, "This is L.A." He's like, "This is L.A." As he's dropping a fucking log on the sidewalk.
Yeah, hot Cleveland steamer on the sidewalk.
I am like, "Fuck, this is amazing."
It's like that everywhere you go there too.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is literally the most insane. It's not real.
It's like, when we went to the Walk of Fame, whatever. That was lame.
Oh, dude,
that was lame. But you know what was funny there was the guy that was either baked out of his mind on fentanyl or something.
I don't know.
It was like just standing there like a statue.
Okay.
But he wasn't getting. I don't think he was a performer, because he would move every now and then and like take a few steps over and then just stop.
That was the thing I kept, because like in all my travels, I've seen weird ass street performers all over the place. Where you're like, I mean, usually they're like, I'm painted all silver, even down to my dick, and like, or the gold thing. And you're like, don't talk to them.
No, this guy was just in a random Ross tracksuit.
Yeah, he was just there, and he's just like,
with some and one, fake Nike dunks.
Yeah,
and he's just standing there like, man, you're gonna eat somebody's face off.
So every time I would look over, because like we were there waiting for the hop on hop off bus long enough that it became a game for me to be like, where's he at? Because like he is probably 6'5", so it's not hard to find him. But I kept losing him, because I'd be like, what the fuck? Where did he go? And he would just like, it was like that was the first day on planet Earth for him, because he just kept like looking around, and he's like. And it was like, he doesn't look like a zombie. He looks like he's just literally talking to Jesus in his frontal fucking lobe.
No, it was good times. I mean, we hit up all of L.A., most of down, and then like all of downtown. Hit all the touristy highlight things. And ran through Rodeo Drive, not Rodeo. Fucking Californians. It's rodeo.
So do you remember when I said it and that lady looked at me? She's like, "What is your fucking problem?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "It's rodeo,
rodeo land."
Yeah,
and then that's where we had our next adventure. Was when we called an Uber to pick us up.
Okay, so what was her name? We've been talking about it.
I want to say Billie Jean.
It's not Billie Jean. I can guarantee you.
Because she made a scene. She's a queen.
No,
I think it was.
No,
I think it was like Bobby Lou, or
Betty
she had
Lou?
2 names.
She had 2 names.
Maybe it was Betty Lou, Betty Joe, something like that.
What was the? You kept saying it was like the Grinch or something.
Cindy Lou who? So it was
I think it was Cindy Lou.
It may have been Cindy Lou.
I think
this bitch pulled up in her Honda Fit. All of probably her age range was perfect for Hanson, because she would be between 78 and 82.
Yeah, so not like fully breaking a hip, but it's going to be pretty easy. Yeah.
Right. She pulls up. She's our Uber driver. And first she's yelling at us because we're on the wrong side of the street.
She's
like, I can't stop here.
Yeah, it's a ticket over here. You got to move around the corner.
Yeah.
And
so then we get in her car. Yeah.
She has driving gloves on.
And driving glasses.
Yes. And like, I'm not saying like, these look cheap. I was like, they actually look kind of nice.
Yeah, no. She was like full on like,
and
she was getting it. I was kind of surprised. Like, like we got in, and as soon as the doors closed, it was like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, like she's
like hammered down. Yeah. And then she's also one of those ladies that like we're 3 cars back, and that light turned green. I don't even think it was fully green yet. It was just faded. It was in the black in the millisecond between it turns from red to green.
Yeah,
and she's on that horn,
dude.
Like, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, she was so aggressive in her driving, but it wasn't bad. It was
no, she was actually a decent driver.
It was just really funny because it was like Baby Driver was our Uber.
Yeah,
If Baby Driver was an 80-year-old woman
yeah.
from Beverly Hills.
And we were going from one side of LA up to the observatory, the Griffin.
Yeah, we were going
Griffith or Griffin. I don't know. It's one of those.
Griffith. It's Griffith. Yeah.
Dude. Observatory to catch sunset.
Yeah.
And we had like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like almost an impossible feat to get up there. And she's like, "Oh,
I got you.
I got you. I'll get you up
well,
there."
because she was an old school LA person where she's like, I grew up in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
Like, because
like-
we were Beverly, she was asking where we're from and all that stuff. And she was like, where are you guys going? Like, why are you going up there? And we're like, we're trying to catch the sunset. She's like, I'll get you there. She's just fucking honking everything. She got a fat tip out of me.
She did.
And then she got a dollar amount.
She wanted us to die though, because she was all like on the way up there
Oh,
talking about all the mountain lions that are on the trails, and then
there's
she's
23 of them, and they're all just, they're so precious.
And then
you
she's
should walk
like,
through the trails at
well,
night.
yeah. She's like, well, if you can't get a car, just walk down the trails. And I'm like, bitch, you just sat here telling me how there's like 30 wild lions roaming around, and like,
I was like, what?
I think not.
Yeah, she was like, oh, well, the Greek theater will be over here, and you can just take the trail down. And then on the trail, you'll just every so often you'll see a mountain lion, and then just don't pet it, and it won't eat you. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're
kitty.
Which again, LA is not real because we have like cougars or not cougars, bobcats, and then I guess we have some mountain lions in Oklahoma City on the rural areas.
Some cougars and some panthers.
But fucking panther time, sex panther.
60% of the time, it works every time.
It would be like if Scissortail Park had like a fucking cougar in it. Like that was what it felt like because the park is like huge,
yeah.
and like in essentially the middle of fucking LA.
Yeah. No, LA was good, and we went to Peterson. That was awesome,
dude.
The Peterson Automotive Museum.
Yeah, I still got.
And
I got to edit all the photos from that.
Like 8,000 Ferraris in their basement.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Well, and Rolls Royces. They like every Rolls Royce from like 1913 on, and it was crazy. The best part of that was going to the vault, and then that
hands down. That
what's
old
the guy's
man.
name? Robert,
Bob,
or William.
William.
It was
William.
Bob, or Bill.
Dick. Bill.
Yeah, Bill. But he was William, but he went by Bill, and that dude was like Rain Man when it came to cars.
Yeah, to specific cars. He likes Tri-5s and specifically Nomads. And he knew, which I knew a little bit about the Tri-5s. Like I knew kind of how to tell like a 55 or no, a 56 from a 57.
Right.
And I did not know the 55 to 56s. And now I do. Kind of. Like it's the grill, the fuel cap. And obviously the body looks a little different. It's more shoeboxes than the fins.
It's more the grill. That's what.
Yeah, the grill's the difference.
Yeah.
The big difference between the 55 and the 56. But he just, because they kept telling us when we got into the Peterson, like, hey, if you have any questions, if there's someone that works at the museum, ask them a question.
Yeah.
So I got down there with you, and we're like walking around, and there's a 3000 GT Mitsubishi, a Datsun 240 or 280Z that's an anniversary edition. It's like an 80s model.
Right.
And then there's I don't remember. Oh, it was Eclipse. Was that what it was? The all-wheel drive big turbo monster. So I kept asking. I asked a couple people. I was like, "Why are these here?" And they're like, "Oh, they're on display." I'm like, "But
it was like the 280Z was the anniversary one. The Eclipse was like carboned out, and so it 500 horsepower. So they were like, it's a hot rod.
Yeah, and then the 3000 GT was a 3000 GT Spider, which I think is the last year for that, and it just it had the 4-wheel steering on it. It had a bunch of it's got active aero. It's a cool car.
Yeah. No, the Vault to me was cool just because it is like, fuck, there's a Honda Civic in there. I mean, like,
it's got the manufacturer's like clay model Honda Civic in there. And then
like just random stuff.
Whatever the fuck the what was it? Korean or Chinese limousine thing for the
they had one of the Emperor's
like limo thing in there.
That was cool.
And then they had the couple different race cars.
They had a bunch of F1 cars.
Yeah, they did.
They had the Pan Am and
Yep. And then they had one top fuel dragster that's a current kind of build where it's a rear engine car. They had a front motor car down there. And then the Gypsy Rose.
Dude, those, like, mad respect to anybody that paints, because
Oh yeah.
that is, I don't think people give, I mean, they do, but I don't think people give painters enough respect at how much of an artwork that is and what
Yeah.
goes into, like, I get it. People pay for paint jobs, but, you know, it's like you pay for something. You don't really like the just amount of work and detail that goes into
It is absurd.
laying layers and layers and layers and airbrushing and everything else.
Yeah.
And like, dude, there, and like looking at some of those lowriders with, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, I mean, from a show car quality paint job where you have like 400 hours in like a black car, because you're going to make it where it is a black,
right.
like you're looking into a pool of blackness.
Right.
You don't really understand that until you see it in person, because you're like, I've seen black cars before. And then you're like,
Yeah.
I have not seen black cars until today.
I rattle canned that in 15 minutes.
I got the turbo sprayer and I just went and but then you see, because the Gypsy Rose, the cool thing about that car is that's like the second or third one of that
Yeah, because the first one got,
demolished.
yeah, toasted.
And then the second one, I think they fucked up in the TV show it was on. And so I was reading a thing about that later after we were back, where like that is still an intricate paint job, but not comparatively to the original one.
Yeah, the original one, they
Was
said
like-
there was no way they could
Ever do it.
ever redo it.
Yeah, because it's so absurdly like detailed and
Yeah.
delicate. Because like,
127 individual roses,
yeah,
I think.
and like I think they're all hand painted.
yeah.
like
yeah.
it's just nuts.
Yeah, and then going upstairs and seeing all the Porsches, and I have
Dude, what was your favorite part of the Tesla one? No, I'm kidding.
see, you know, actually, I will say this: the four-wheeler that it kind of
Yes.
looks like
The
that
Cybertruck?
stupid Cybertruck.
Yeah,
The four-wheeler, okay, yeah, I
was down
I would
on that
rock
one.
that.
yeah.
And actually, out of all of that bullshit, the where they had the wiring harness up just
Yeah.
by itself.
Yeah,
So
just
it's
hanging
kind of
from the
like
ceiling.
the veins. It was hanging from the ceiling. Okay, that was kind of cool. Everything
Yeah.
else about his
Teslas.
bullshit, I just can't get past him. He is so.
So is he? Did you see the tweets? Like he's going to rehab.
Who knows? Who
I don't-
cares?
Yeah. Oh well, that's not working.
He's-
too.
He's odd. I'm not a fan.
He's South African. What's?
But I did like all the like old custom Porsches and the
Yeah.
race cars
Yeah.
and like, man, I really want
An old Porsche.
like a GT3.
Man.
You know, no, I'll take a new one. I would love and like my dream probably car would be like an 86 like 911 Safari. Like
You
I would
You love the
I
Safari
would I
so
love the
much.
Safari. Like,
Like
dude, that is yeah.
because
Like,
there was one there.
It's like you know, I'll probably end up with the like a Baja one day again.
Yeah.
I had a Baja. It was like my second car I ever did. I had a
Yeah, I think
a
that's what you said.
68 Bug that I
Yeah.
chopped into a Baja, and back in double lot, I like what was that 80? I don't even remember. 85 ish, 86,
Mhm.
and so I had, you know, zero money. I
Yeah.
like I had 100. My budget I think was like $1,000.
Right.
And so I did not make it where you could really probably take it off road.
Yeah.
You know,
But it looked the part.
but it looked the part.
Did you? So I didn't realize this. I was watching a documentary that was put on by Myers Manx
Mm-hmm.
talking about like the Baja. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I know. I watched
And
it.
I didn't know they would take the rear fenders and put them on the front.
Yeah.
And that was
It'd
because it
give
had, like-
because it had the flare. If
Yeah,
you flipped them around backwards.
yeah.
it-
And like
Yeah.
I started looking, I was like, well, shit, I've never thought about that. But yeah, like if you look at
Yeah.
a Bug, essentially it's symmetrical. So
Yeah.
like you can do that
And
really easily.
Mine in the 80s, it was a kit. So it was a fiberglass kit. You cut the nose off, you put a new kit on, and then, you know, with it had
Yeah.
the headlights, and then it had fenders and everything. But like, if I do one up now,
Yeah.
like I would be able to take it and have fun with it.
One of my neighbors bought one from that dealer over off of Britain and Western. So
Yeah.
like he was like, I really wanted it, and he gets it home. He starts asking me a bunch of questions since I'm an import guy, and I'm like, well, I've worked on a couple of bugs. I'm not a big expert, but they're really not hard.
No.
And then so he gets the fucker running, and he drove it up, and I'm looking at it, and like it's it's a full tube chassis. Well, not sorry, full tube roll cage, long travel suspension. Like car has lots of provenance. Like like it was legitimately raced,
right?
And I was like, how much do you pay for this thing? Because like it's a class winner,
right?
And I was just like, I never really wanted a Baja Bug before, but I was like, I damn sure want one now.
They're fun. I wish because I had that, then sold it and got another bug, and then sold that, got another bug and sold that, and then I got my Karmagia, which I have a special place in my heart for Karmagias too. Man. I really want one. I should have never got rid of that. I had a 59 Karmagia, and so it was.
Oh yeah. You fucked up, Playboy.
Yeah. I paid $1,500 for that thing, and redid the interior. It was canary yellow, and the 59s were shorter. They were about a foot smaller than the other ones, and they were taller, so they were more.
Which you don't really need, but
bubbly, but no. But they had a different look to them, and man, I did all this stuff to it and had it looking good, and then I sold it, and I thought I was balling because when I sold it, I think I sold it for like $3,500.
Oh, dude!
And I'm like,
you didn't lose money on it? Yeah, it's nice every time it happens.
God damn it!
Yeah,
and bought a '74 Super Beetle, and
why in the fuck? I don't remember you've ever told me this. I think it's probably why I'm gonna hit you in the dick over this.
Yeah.
You sold a Gia to buy a Super Beetle?
Yes.
Because you wanted front suspension, or just you hate yourself? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. It's one of those things.
We are getting a VW person on the show.
Yeah.
So
no, trust me.
First thing I'm telling them is that.
I've had.
So they'll murder you.
I have had, I want to say 8 or 9 Volkswagens. And they're fun.
Yeah. I mean,
they're easy to work on. Mm-hmm. They're, you've got to, usually on all of them now, you just weld pans in or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck you're going to do on it.
I don't know. It's like, that's what I would do. I would get it. I would rebuild it and work on it and play with it and then drive it and then sell it and get a new one. And so I don't know. There was probably some reason that I was pissed off and was like, I'm selling it.
Well,
then I sold it, and then I got the Super Beetle, and then I sold that and ended up with my first new car.
This was the Pulsar, right?
No, it was Sentra. 91. 91 Nissan Sentra.
Yeah.
That I bought in 91.
God, you're old.
Yeah. 4-door, 5-speed.
Well, you know what they say about 4-doors?
A 1.2 liter.
Just
yeah. And then I put little
sounds like Puerto Rico's.
Put little 5 spokes on it, and I was like, yeah.
You probably put those those Star.
Yes.
God, I can't even think of the name of those fucking.
I don't know. They was cheap. I think for all 4 of them, I paid like $300.
And they weighed 9,000 pounds.
I mean, they weren't that. I mean, they were
cast steel.
No, I had the aluminum ones.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have one of those in the Peterson, because
that thing is like it's a square. It was a horrible car.
We saw one the other day, and you yelled out, "There's my first car!"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh yeah!"
It was my first new, brand new car. Like I bought it with like 9 miles on it.
Yeah,
and I thought I had my life together at that point, and then
get your life.
Yeah.
And then you didn't.
Then I didn't. Well, I mean, I did, because I was like,
and you did not.
Shortly, I went into the military, and then it was like.
There you go.
Then I ended up with a Hellcat.
yeah. You're just like, you're like, hell yeah, brother. What's going on with the Hellcat? He hates that so much.
I'm like an E1 with making like $30 a week, and it's like, give me a Hellcat at 46% interest
for 862 months.
Yeah, for 1,800 months.
There was a reel I saw the other day where the guy was trying to figure out like how to get a fucking Hellcat or whatever. It's I don't know what the build was, but it's on Dodge's website, and he's like, I want it at $200 a month. And it was like 900 months long for the low contract, and Dodge was like, call us today to verify this with you, and I was like. Yeah, because that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I don't even do the math on
They-
how long that was.
They like I remember getting to my first duty station, and like first sergeant's like, "Do not buy a car."
For the love of God.
For the
do not.
yeah, pretty
do
much.
not.
They're like it's like
They're gonna tempt
you look
you.
outside the base. There's all these car lights. Do not buy a car.
Yeah.
you know, and you're like,
but I'm gonna
okay.
buy a car.
And there were so many people that would go buy a car
Yeah.
and like show up in the brand new truck, and then like 3 months later, hey man, where's your truck? Oh, I'm just gonna repo.
The bank took it back because they thought they would do better with it. One of the dudes I went to high school with, this dude, he bought a Catfish Camaro that had a V6 and it had the worst body kit ever on it. And God, that thing, like, you know, the GM dashes where they would like, it was like they almost melted in the heat. So it went from being kind of supple rubber plastic to just like
very brittle.
Yeah, no, this wasn't brittle. You could, if you fucking hit the dashboard with your face, you're dying. That thing was hard as fuck. I'd never seen one that bad. Well, so he gets through high school. We went to elementary school together, so it's kind of a weird situation. I even got to go to high school with him. And super nice guy. He joins I think he joined the reserves right out of high school.
Right.
And so I hadn't seen him for a little bit. And then, graduate, all that shit. And then like 6-7 months later, I'm like going through Facebook, and like that dude bought a brand new, I don't remember, it was probably, I don't know, an SRT Challenger.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like brand new. And then
Yeah.
like all of a sudden, like I'm like going through like later, I was like, because those things are badass. And like,
Right.
oh, it's not there anymore. And I was like, where the fuck is I was like, oh, yeah, the reserves don't pay as good as I thought they did. I'm glad I didn't join.
No.
Yeah, no, every time I'm like, I know when I start going through Facebook Marketplace, you can really forecast the economy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what all toys that were way overbought.
Yeah.
And
Well, now, and it's ridiculous because, I'm not on Facebook.
for your benefit.
But for some reason, I can get on Facebook Marketplace when you send me Facebook links.
Yeah,
and
I am literally
then
the
I will
enabler.
doom scroll on Facebook on
Oh,
Marketplace.
Uh-huh.
And I start sending you, 30 shit boxes. And I'm like, hey, call on this one. It's only $300. But it's,
and to be fair to you, because someone was joking around where they were like, just don't message them and tell them that you did. I do legitimately message all those people.
it irritates me, and I also appreciate it because you have a little bit of sheriff qualities in you. When I actually get excited about something and I'm like, I want this, and I will send it to you, and I'm like, message them now. And then you're like, you send me a screenshot when you message them and you ask them all the stupid questions, and I'm like, does it have a title? Does it run? Can you take 80 million pictures of this angle and this angle? I'm like, motherfucker, I don't care. I just want it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, they never answered me back. I'm like, yeah. You think what? You think, dickhead? But then I'm like, afterwards, after it wears off,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
after you get your
come back to
PNC.
my after the PNC, and I'm like, man, I'm really glad
that the TISM got a hold of him, and he wasn't like, I'll pay double. So,
I mean, you have a half acre out here, out back, that I am more than willing to help fill up.
And, the best part is I thought I was going to be the one that was going to be real bad about it. Like I thought I was going to fill that thing out super fast. I've got cars of my own back. There's only one that's not mine.
Yeah, I only have 2 things in your backyard.
In the patio,
I have the Land Cruiser and the
Honda,
scooter.
Yeah, the Honda and the yard art. Or the Land Cruiser is just beautiful. So I'm going to be upset when it's actually gone. Like I would not be opposed to like when it needs to be parked and secured, having it here.
No, yeah, I get it.
And then also the Honda Elite. Every time I get out and smoke a cigarette on the patio, I just love looking at that thing. And it was such a cheap buy. I'm like, now I get all those old guys are like, well, I bought this old wind farm thing over here that was rusty and I liked the way it looked, so I just bought it. I'm like, yeah, I get it now. I totally fucking get it.
Yeah.
Because like, if you're out there,
it irritates me now how you get on Marketplace and everything is like, literally, I saw something the other day and it was it was that Porsche 914.
Which one was it?
I don't know. It was the one with the fucking tree. An
Oh,
8-inch diameter tree growing up through the middle of it.
I know what I got. Needs fuel pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a pile of rust, sir.
Yeah.
You know, and he was wanting like $5,000 for it, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
What?
are you? Can I have some of your crack that you are
Yeah.
currently smoking?
I mean, okay, here's the thing: is like you used to buy 912s because they're the 911 body style
Yeah,
with the 4-cylinder in it, which now arguably a lot of people will say in that generation is the better driving car. It's
Right.
better handling and all that stuff.
I want a 928.
Is that the
That's
yes,
the bubble
that's
butt.
bubble
It's
butt.
got the butt. I like I
V8.
like a big
The-
fat ass.
We know.
And-
And if you get the last year of that one, it's such a great driving car.
Yeah.
And so much power. It's a GT2 or whatever
Yeah,
the fuck they call
yeah.
them. There's Dumont's Porsche around the corner from my old office, and there was a guy that they were working on his for a little bit. And the service tech would come ripping ass up classing.
Right.
And oh my God, dude, it sounded so sexy. And it looked like it was on rails. But yeah, you used to be able to buy a fucking 912 for like not all the money. And then everyone's like, well, I could just swap it to a 6 and it would be a 911.
Yeah.
And then 914s, which mid-engine, everyone shit on those forever. And now they're fucking worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, yeah. And I love that body style.
Yeah.
I think
they're a looker.
They really are. And
I
then
did not like
I
them
like
for
the
a while.
944s, but they're they're just, I don't know. I've driven one. I mean, I drove one from like Shawnee to Stillwater.
Oh yeah.
And first time I ever went north of the 100-mile mark.
Buried
on
the
a-
fucking Speedo.
dude.
Yeah.
I was getting it. But
Getting
it was fun, but they're not as nimble as
Mm-mm.
some of them. It's a little heavier, but
The 928s, they got it kind of figured out in that one. It's a
Yeah.
little better design. I mean, the geometry and the architecture is really kind of similar, but they got it figured out. But yeah, it's like you haven't done it for a while because
I know because I've kind of
times
been
are tough all over. For
I've been
everyone.
reeling myself in because I'm like, you have a project, finish it
Yeah.
before I go. Because I've been finding all these like international scouts, and they're like there's 2 of them right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
There was a point.
Wowoka. There's 2 of them in a field, like $1,200 a piece.
We'll talk about this off air. So there was a point in time where like all of a sudden, like we brought your Land Cruiser back from your brother's house in Kansas City, and then like literally for like a month and a half, I was just like, I also want to do all these.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like I'm also realistic of like we don't have time to do the one that we got.
I know.
I was like, we were talking to the guys about motorcycles the other day, and they're like, all like, oh, you should buy this Harley. It's a great deal. Blah, 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 blah. And like, it's a red color I don't like. So I'm going to have to blow it apart, paint it. And it's an ST. It's a lowrider ST. So I was like, it's got shit. It's not like an old FXR.
right.
It's, there's shit to be figured out there. And they're like, oh, well, you can blow it apart and paint it in fucking a week and a half. I was like, no, you guys don't understand with me. When I blow it apart for paint, it's never going back together.
Oh, I know. Because
I bought a Harley
It's the
that-
whole domino. Like,
Uh-huh.
well, I've got this part, so let me pull heads. Oh, I've got the heads. So let me put
Oh,
the
yeah.
jugs in it. Let me
Uh-huh.
let me do that.
Uh-huh.
Let me do, and it just it goes
Yeah.
out of
Oh,
control.
yeah. Well, because especially with me, I want to bulletproof everything because I'm just used to that. And
Yeah.
then also the Harley tax is just astounding because you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to spend so much money on this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I like mine. I
Yeah.
mean, they're like, don't get me wrong, the Softail, there's so much I want to do to it, and then I start looking, and I'm like, why is everything $500?
Yeah. It's,
Like
it's the wreck.
everything is $500, and
Yeah.
so then I'm like looking it up, and I'm like, oh, well, I could spend $6,000 right now to do what I want, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Boy.
or I could not spend $6,000 and just
Well,
ride my damn motorcycle.
Yeah, that's like pull out last night was like, you sell your Yamaha and buy a Harley, brother. And I was like, no. And then he was like, you should keep the front end. I was like, what? I guess they use the Yamaha front ends on something. I don't know.
I
I have no
clue.
idea. I got to look it up. And
I'm
he's-
not a metric nerd.
No, he was saying they
No,
use
I
the
know. I'm just
Yamaha front end on like
I'm-
Harleys. And I was like, what? But yes, you are not a metric nerd.
I
But,
mean, that's not true. I've had a few metrics. In my
yeah.
time.
Well, we figured out last week.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fucking metric. And I'm like, you love it.
No, I do. I don't.
Oh, we found out. We
I
found
like-
out that Gilly can flat foot it. I was surprised because it's fucking like almost as tall as he is.
That's impressive.
And then he was like, "Can I do a wheelie on it?" I was like, maybe later.
No, I saw what happened the last time you did a wheelie.
Yeah.
No.
I actually wasn't mad. I was just like, I'm ready to go home. I'm cold. I wasn't really worried about him eating shit on it. And he was like, do a clutch up on it. And I was like, I tried, much to my displeasure. Like, I couldn't get it to do it. And so, but, yeah, Jesus Christ. When I was leaving last night, I was like, oh, I'm fucking exhausted. Let me do a fucking hard pass out of here. But
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Now, the two metrics I had a Seika 600, was my first motorcycle.
was yours a 602 or was it the first Seika?
Yeah, it was a Seika 2.
Okay,
600.
that was almost my first bike.
And then I had that one. I didn't have that one very long because I got orders, and so I ended up not taking it with me. Did the old
Boo.
left it
Oh.
for what I paid for it.
Uh-huh.
And, then I had my first. It was a metric cruiser, Kawasaki 454 LTD. So it was basically, it was a Kawasaki that it's kind of looked like a Harley frame, but it was like the Ninja 400 engine. So
Yeah.
it would, it would scoot.
Yeah.
It really would. It was surprising. It
They figured that out really well.
Yeah.
Because like our buddy Jarrett's like Shadow 750 or whatever it is. That thing, that's not a slouch. I'm kind
Right.
of surprised. Like every time he gets on it, I'm like, it's not all the power.
Right.
But then they like the Honda Rebel with the 250, the 300, and then the 500 and the 1000. That architecture is another motor they use in like the CVRs and stuff.
And then my brother has my first Harley.
Oh
It was that 74 Shovelhead FLH that I knew nothing about Harleys, and it was a basket case.
This is the other reason why I don't have a Harley, because
Dude, that was a rough times because you go talk to somebody.
Oh
hey,
yeah, you can make it work.
Hey, I need this transmission. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it'll fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fit if you take it to a machine shop and have it machined in a
If
new
you have
case
Brian
and
from the
all
chop
this-
shop figure it out.
No, not
Yeah.
it's like if you buy the right parts. And
Yeah.
so there's so many people out there. I'd buy something because I had
Yeah.
no fucking clue.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh yeah, it'll fit. No,
no,
it
it
won't.
won't. No. Yeah. It's
And so then I was like, and I'm done. I'm gonna buy something that just works.
yeah, that's why I go back and forth from the projects where I'm like, I have the mechanical knowledge and ability to
That's what I'm telling you.
I just need one that fucking runs.
Get an Evo Sportster, 1200.
Yeah, I'm not getting an 883.
No, I know. Get it. The engine's bomb proof. You
Yeah.
can do whatever the hell you want to it. People will stop giving you. We're gonna stop talking to Squirrel until he gets hardy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I got lots of friends, guys.
Yeah.
and then,
I'm like,
and then someone's gonna be like, can you
I'm
give me a
like-
legal
I'm like, hey,
description?
You don't know how hard headed this motherfucker is. Like
the more
it'll become a point of contention. Like I will not get one, even if I want one.
Yeah,
Just because
you told me.
Yeah.
I just want the peace and quiet because everybody
Right.
left me the fuck alone finally. But no,
But those you can do.
I still
There's
kind of
so much you can do to them,
I
and
think-
especially now if you want to turn it a chopper, if you want
Yeah.
to, just and it rips like Sporty Spice.
I know it rips. But I'm just
She's
thinking.
so fun.
I'm just thinking, personally, for me and my bitchiness, that I would prefer to have a road glide. I think I want to go road glide.
No,
I think I want to.
No.
I think I want to go road glide.
I mean you can, yeah.
yeah, I want to get ARP
My thing
windshield
is-
bolts.
Is if you, yeah. Fucking. See, with you, I think it would be because you're probably not going to get rid of the Yammer Hammer.
No, I love that bike too much.
Yeah,
I really, and
that's
I've
why
got
I
too
think
many
you-
stickers on the cases,
And that's
now.
why I think you should get a Sporty, because for a long trip, you're gonna take that one.
No, I actually won't. This is the okay. So so we've talked about it that way. I love the Yammer Hammer in town a lot, and like
Yeah.
going up to Tulsa, great. But for long road trips, as proven, need to have cruise control and more weight because I hate the wind.
Yeah,
And the Yammer Hammer
yeah.
literally almost killed me. The second time I was out on it because I got blown off into the shoulder.
I do want cruise control.
Dude,
I'm like
I miss the Beamer
filled
every day.
with jealous rage with everybody that.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me do a set it and forget it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's not a throttle lock. It is
Yeah.
a legit cruise control.
No,
because
like when Burrito, like that video when he was Ellen Polo Run and he was like,
oh yeah, having his root beer.
having his root beer.
Yeah,
And I'm like, hey,
yeah,
that's your throttle hand.
yeah. What are you doing? Like, thank God he took the throttle hand. I love watching people that have cruise control use their clutch hand to do shit. I'm like, that's still, you need to have that hand over there. The reason why you have the cruise control is to use your right hand to do shit with.
Yeah.
So, all right, we are almost out of time because we are running up against the wall because we are going to go work on your Land Cruiser for the first time in like damn a year.
I mean, it hasn't been that. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's been a while.
Oh, and I found my truck key.
Oh, yeah. On the
the-
scooter that you haven't ridden in like 3 months.
Yeah, I found my truck key on the scooter I haven't ridden since before Thanksgiving. So, but so we'll be back in a little while. We've got Terra Lingua coming up. We're
doing a trip to the border.
Yep, we're gonna go down there and not smuggle anything back.
I mean,
we
might. There might be some crimes committed, but we don't.
Those are in-person stories.
Okay, that was a joke. For anybody.
The NSA guy, that was definitely a joke. And then we're doing the Candy Ass ride with the Hog Group this weekend, and then
yes,
and I'm gonna go watch some hockey next week. So
I'm sorry.
Nah, dude, I can't wait. I fucking love it. It's NHL. Like I'm gonna watch someone lose a tooth. It's gonna be the shit.
When are you doing that?
13th. I'm doing it on Tuesday. And then come back and then it's Valentine's Day. So like literally my week next week is like, and I got to build the fucking awning roof over at the fucking rental property. I got a bunch of shit going on next week.
And we're leaving.
Yeah. Like literally next week, I'm just like, I don't know what, and it's snowing Monday. I don't fucking know.
And we have to pack.
Oh fuck. I got to go get the mountain bike from from Bishop. Cause I got to still.
You got to like get
fix it.
Yeah. And I got to put shit in your truck.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I gotta put shit in your truck.
You're gonna shit in my truck. So anyway, so we got a lot of stuff. So we're gonna get out of here. So
this is LA.
Dude, we gotta finish the rest of LA because the homeless guy on the fucking beach when we went to Santa Monica.
Oh, dude, he was yelling at people, and then I yelled back at him.
You fucking homo, dude. So we were on e-bikes and we're watching this homeless guy because we're trying to. Again, LA is not real. There's a homeless man yelling for probably 15 minutes. We're trying to figure out how these goddamn e-bikes work. So
it was good times.
So all these people are just not paying attention to him. And Spanky, as soon as we get by him, he yells, "You fucking hobo!" And that guy kept yelling. And I like turned back around. I was like, "Oh, is he gonna chase us like a dog?" And he was like doing like hand motions and shit.
Yeah.
And then we need to talk about Griffith next time too, because we didn't even get to talk about the dude in the fucking Speedo.
Oh,
yeah, but we're out of time, so we'll talk about that next time.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Hold on, you gotta do the outro.
What? I don't know what to do.
Figure it out.
Until next time.
Yeah, that was good. All right, good. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're ready? You're over and done with it?
I'm over it.
Are you sure you're over it?
Yep.
Bye, guys.
See ya.